Gamma Velorum is a quadruple star system in the constellation of Vela. At a combined magnitude of plus 1.72, it's one of the brightest stars in the night sky and contains by far the closest and brightest Wolf-Rayet star. Also known by the modern name of Rigel, the principal stars in the system are a spectroscopic binary of an incredible Wolf-Rayet star and a blue supergiant. Hi everyone, Vega here, and in today's video we continue our brightest star series to look at possibly the most violent star system in our local vicinity. So let's get to it. First things first, Gamma Velorum is relatively easy to find because it is bright and lies in the region of the sky full of other bright stars. Northern observers can find it using the stars of Canis Major. We draw an imaginary line from Sirius, the brightest star in the sky, through Wesen, the star at the top of a triangle of stars just south of Sirius, and that leads us to Rigel, or Gamma Velorum. With a combined apparent magnitude of plus 1.72, Gamma Velorum is the brightest point of light in Vela, and it outshines Alcefina, or Delta Velorum, and Suhail, or Lambda Velorum, and on average is the 35th brightest star in the sky. Gamma Velorum is close enough to have had accurate parallax measurements made as well, and it is thought to be around 1095 light years away. Composed of at least 4 stars, brightest member, or Gamma 2 Velorum, or Gamma Velorum A, is a spectroscopic binary composed of a blue supergiant of spectral class 07.5, with around 30 solar masses and an effective temperature of 35,000 Kelvin, which means it shines with 280,000 solar luminosities. The second part of the spectroscopic binary is a carbon-rich, massive Wolf-Rayet star of around 9 solar masses with a surface temperature of a staggering 57,000 Kelvin, and is such 170,000 times more luminous than the Sun. The pairing have an orbital period of 78.5 days, and a separation varying from 0.8 to 1.6 astronomical units. In the not too distant future, both the Wolf-Rayet star and the blue supergiant are likely to end their lives as Type 1b supernova, and as such they are amongst the nearest candidates to the Sun to go supernova. Wolf-Rayet star has traditionally been regarded as the primary, since its emission lines dominate the spectrum, but the O star is visually brighter and also more luminous. For clarity, the components are now often referred to as WR and O. The estimated age of the Gamma 2 Velorum components are between 3.5 and 5.5 million years, and given that stars like this use up their fuel quickly, they live relatively short lives of likely no more than 10 million years, and this means that the pairing are both middle-aged. Regarding the other stars in the system, the bright Gamma 1 Velorum or Gamma Velorum B is another spectroscopic binary with a period of 1.48 days. Only the primary star is currently detected, and is a blue-white giant, and the details of the second star remain unknown. While the Gamma Velorum 1 stars are believed to be older than the Gamma 2 pairing, with an estimated age of 8 million years, it does lead to a mystery of how the system came into existence. The main pairings, Gamma 1 Velorum and Gamma 2 Velorum, are actually separated by at least 15,000 astronomical units, or as much as 0.24 light years, or 3 light months, and can be resolved with binoculars, so they're not anything close together. Curiously, the modern name of Rigel for these stars is actually Roger, spelled in reverse, and was invented as a practical joke by the Apollo 1 astronaut Gus Grissom for his fellow astronaut Roger Chaffee. When we think about this system, it is really staggering, and the awesome power emitted is beyond belief. Wolf-Rayet and O-type stars are rare enough, but in this system we have a binary of the two. What we mustn't confuse though, is that the Wolf-Rayet star in any way is voluminous. It isn't really, and the thing about Wolf-Rayet stars is their intense heat. As we see here, the Wolf-Rayet component isn't really that much more voluminous than our Sun at 1.9 solar radii, and likewise the O-type star is again a powerhouse, but that's so more because of its heat than its volume. Although as we see here, it is still substantially larger than our Sun and indeed more massive than the supergiant star of Rigel, and its radius lies at 16.2 solar radii, so it's certainly not in the supergiant category and more of a giant star. Interestingly, Gamma Velorum is roughly in the direction of the fellow O-type star of Naus or Zeta Puppis, and as we see here, the distance between the two systems is around 344 light years, and Naus would be a very bright star in the skies of Gamma Velorum, with an apparent magnitude of minus 0.88, and if we were to look back in the other direction, Gamma Velorum would represent a similar, if not slightly brighter apparent magnitude of just shy of 1, at minus 0.96 apparent magnitudes. These systems by galactical standards are of course pretty close together. It's quite fascinating that the two systems are amongst the brightest in each other's corresponding skies. In a 2009 study, it was suggested that the two stars WR and O have already likely interacted due to their proximity, and estimated that both have lost mass from an initial mass of around 35 solar masses for the Wolf-Rayet star and 31.5 solar masses for the Blue Giant, making the system one of the most violent known. The question of what happens next is anyone's guess. Going back to the Naus star, you may remember that the likelihood is that somewhere in its past, it too was part of a similar binary system as Gamma Velorum is today, but one of the stars went supernova, and it shot Naus out at an incredible speed. It's unknown which one of the two Gamma 2 Velorum stars will explode first, but it will of course be cataclysmic for the partner star, and like Naus, in all probability it will be blasted out at high velocity, leaving the Gamma 1 pairing behind, and journeying off into the void as a solitary star. Or alternatively, it could actually be completely destroyed by the supernova explosion, and it would indeed make a cataclysmic eruption that would be seen from the entire side of the Milky Way galaxy. Gamma Velorum is not as near as IK Pegasi, Spica, Acrux, Antares or Betelgeuse, and is a safe distance from our fragile system, but like Betelgeuse and to a certain extent Antares, it is expected to go out in the relatively near future. And indeed, like Betelgeuse, it's not totally out of the question within our lifetimes, although I wouldn't hold your breath for too long. The other stars there, IK Pegasi, Spica and Acrux, of course aren't due to go supernova for much longer. Finally, and interestingly, Gamma Velorum as we see here has several fainter companions that share a common motion, and they all lie within the vicinity of the stars. The star of Gamma Velorum is one of the most violent systems known in our local vicinity. Lying some 1095 light years away, it consists of an O-type blue giant and a Wolf-Rayet star that have a distant orbit with another powerful blue star, and that star itself has a yet unknown partner in close proximity. Both the O-type and Wolf-Rayet stars are middle-aged, and both have lost mass in the violent dance that they take part in, with a tiny orbit that's little bigger than our own orbit around the Sun of 1 astronomical unit. In the future, it's certain that the stars will go supernova, but what happens next to the partner star that's left is less clear, and it could be blasted out of the vicinity, or indeed possibly even the galaxy if the angular momentum were positioned correctly. One thing is for certain, this system is extremely volatile, and who knows, if we keep our fingers crossed, we may just see a very bright surprise one day coming in from the Vela constellation. Thanks for watching, and consider subscribing if you haven't already. If you would like to support the channel further, you could consider joining the channel, which comes with some membership perks, or alternatively buy me a coffee and I'll link this in the description. Many thanks to those of you who have done so. Take really good care of yourselves, look after your friends and family well, and I'll see you on the next one.